Hey guys, happy April Fool's Day, and I'll be uploading two videos because one of them is more appropriately themed, and the other one, well, this is not a joke. And I just want to start it off by saying, anytime a bullet is fired from a gun and it's not in defense, and I mean that in defense of a country or in defense of your home, or it's not for sport, and when I say sport, I mean hunting, or target practicing, something that, like an actual sport, Anytime a bullet is fired for any other reason than that, it's a waste. It's it just doesn't. It's an atrocity, and unfortunately, when I try to make these videos, I just look up news, and today what I found was, I'll just go ahead and read the headline: Rapper Nipsey Hussle worked to end gang violence. Sorry. Worked to end gang violence. He was killed in a shooting. And of course, that is terrible. Anytime anyone's killed, it's terrible. But he was actually trying to stop gang violence, and I'll read more. Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle had an important meeting scheduled Monday afternoon, but it wasn't with a fellow musician, nor did it have anything to do with his hip-hop career. Sorry. Hussle was going to sit down with the president of the Los Angeles Board of Police Commissioners and the city's chief of police to tackle an issue that, along with his music, had come to define his life: gang violence. So, he actually went to meet with some pretty important people to actually talk about stopping gang violence. And let's see, according to Steve Soborov, and I don't, that's the president of the city's police commission, Hussle had wanted, quote, to talk about ways he could help stop gang violence and help us kids. Or help us help kids, sorry. And that's the end of the quote. And he's 33, or he was, Los Angeles native, and he's been pretty open about what he's done in his past, and he talked about how he was a member of the Rollin' 60s, which he said was one of the biggest Crip gangs of our generation. This actually happened Sunday. He was killed in a shooting outside of outside of a Los Angeles clothing store that he owned, and two others were injured in the shooting. Luckily, though, both of them are okay. One of them, actually, we don't know exactly, but one of them we know for sure is in stable condition and is going to pull through. They will be okay. Nipsey Hussle himself tweeted, "Having strong enemies is a blessing," shortly before the shooting. And now, I don't know if he knew it was coming, and maybe he said that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if somebody said something to him and he decided to say that in response. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is for that. But it does seem like that might have got him killed. And let's just think about that. Think about the fact that you can go into your computer, okay? You can go on, sign on to Twitter, or heck, no, I'm an idiot. I'm a kid. I just got back from school, so I know that you're probably not going to get on a computer. You're probably just going to take out your phone and just type something, and then just post it for the whole world to see. Now think about the fact that you could post something that causes someone to want to kill you, and it's terrible. And you should be able to post whatever you want. Really, it's what you want to do, but it's crazy that the world has gotten like this. And I'm not even sure if it's the world and it's not just America, because I'm not very current on everywhere else. I don't know how often these shootings happen in other places based on social media. And I don't even know that this was based on social media. It could have just been a coincidence. But considering what he said and then how long afterward the shooting took place, it does seem that this was probably the reason. Now, let's see, Ramirez, and I think that's actually the policeman. Hold on, Lieutenant Chris Ramirez. Okay, so he was there to investigate it. Now he says he told reporters that they have launched a homicide investigation, of course, and are searching for a suspect, but the details are still sketchy. And here's another thing. There's actually a tweet from LAPD, and it's just kind of crazy. Everybody's got a Twitter now. I mean, honestly, I'm not even sure if that's a good thing. It's definitely good that I can, anybody I want to talk to, I can pretty well at least throw a message their way. Now, if they're more famous, there's no guarantee they'll see it, but pretty well anybody that I want to talk to, I can get in touch with them. Whether they ignore it or not, or whether they're so backed up with messages from other fans that they see it, anybody, the president, anybody, I can say something to. And I think that aspect of it is definitely good, but it's also kind of crazy. I mean, LAPD, and now their tweet is just pretty much describing the crime and everything, and it happened at 3:20 on Crenshaw Boulevard. And unfortunately, it wasn't just him that was injured. And it's unfortunate that it even happened. But just imagine that. I mean, just imagine that you say something on the internet that then prompts someone to come and kill you just because you said something. And I mean, maybe it was happening before, but that's just crazy to me. I never would have expected that. Years ago, because I'm only 18. So I've pretty much grown up in this technological era. I mean, when you think about it, the Industrial Revolution happened, and then the Renaissance era happened, and that was like the revolution of our minds or whatever. But we are living in the technological revolution. This is the technological era that we live in. I mean, people are coming out with new things honestly, you have something, you have a phone, and it's the best thing you have, in a year, it'll be obsolete. And that's honestly how fast we move now. Think about that. But unfortunately, as our technology progresses and it gets smarter, we don't. We really don't. Because anything is bad in the wrong hands. And of course, I don't know how this happened. I don't think it's his fault. In fact, I think this is from the Washington Post, so it's definitely pretty reliable about them actually saying he was helping. I do believe he was trying to help stop gang violence. But who talked to him first? Who said, "Hey, or who saw the tweet?" That's the wrong hands here. So it's definitely not good that some people have that, and some people can just look at anybody's posts whenever, And we get better every year. I mean, we get smarter every year in terms of our technology, but we are not evolving on how to use the technology we've been given. And that's really unfortunate. I guess I just want to remind everybody watching this to be responsible about what you put on Twitter. And I don't think this is his fault. I mean, I don't know. If I find anything else about this or anything new, then I'll do a follow-up. But I mean, this guy was just trying to help, and this is a bigger deal than what I talked about yesterday, because as I was, doing research for this, and I made the thumbnail. People were actually looking at it, and they just saw just him, and were like, "Hey, didn't this happen? Like, didn't he?" And I'm like, "Yeah." This is a thing. This is known, and I live far away from LA. I won't say where, but I live pretty far away from LA. So for me to know about it, where I live, or for people just to know about it, it's getting around. It's not just a local news thing. This is a big deal. He was Grammy nominated. This is a big deal. And it's a big deal when anyone gets killed, but I'm just saying this is a well-known deal. And hopefully the people who were injured, one of them actually, it says that he is in stable condition, which is good. And it says he'll pull through. He'll be fine. The other guy, I don't think they know about as much. I haven't read anything really about him, but it's definitely possible, because I don't really even remember anything. I just remember there being 3 victims, and one of them we know is dead, and of the two, one of them will be fine, but I don't know about the other one, and it's a tragedy, because these people were probably just, since it was a clothing store that he owned, they were probably just there. They were probably just shopping, and that could be wrong, but I assume that's probably what these other 2 victims are. And it sucks that they just had to be there for that. And I hope that their families, for their sake, I hope, at least for those 2, I hope both of their family members end up being okay. And then I wish the best for Nipsey's family, and I hope everything goes right for them, from now on, and I hope they just, I hope they get through it. Anyway, that's going to be all for this one. I will be uploading something else today. Don't necessarily get used to the double uploads daily. It'll probably happen a few times, or probably happen pretty often. But as I start putting more time and effort into my videos, because as I get equipment to actually do the videos better, it will sort of take longer to upload them, and to edit them. Because this one, I mean, there's really nothing. It's just talking over a gameplay. Also, let me know about the gameplays. Let me know if you enjoyed this one. I didn't want to put 2K over this one because I had a 2K video that was really funny, and I just wanted this one not to be funny. This is serious. But I will upload that one, and I think you'll enjoy that. Anyway, though, please subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Heck, dislike it if you don't enjoy it, and let me know why. But that's all from me. And have yourself a very happy day.